Hello, welcome to this Blyth online art class. My name is Marianne Walker and today we're going to have a workshop in charcoal drawing. What you will need for the workshop are paper. I'm using A4 today, you can use A3 if you have, A5 if that's what you've got, eraser, Willow Charcoal. You can also get charcoal in pencil form as well, you can use that as well. Cotton buds for smudging, but you can also use your fingers. So this is our subject today. It is a humble banana and I chose it because they're easily found in the supermarket and they have a lovely shape as well. So we're going to have a go at doing the contour line drawing, which is the outside edge of the banana plus its mottled skin plus its shadow. So these are all great uses of charcoal. It might also be useful to use a lamp, so you can see over my right shoulder that I have a lamp over my desk there. If you've got a desk lamp, a bedside lamp, or you can use your overhead light as well. Anything to get a constant light source, which means a constant shadow. The shadow won't change. And it's a good idea to put your banana on a piece of clear paper like this, clean paper, so that you can see the shadow clearly. It's also a good idea to have a spare piece of paper that we're going to use for a bit of practice before we start the actual drawing. So I wanted to give you a quick look at my setup here. So here's my clean piece of paper, my banana, my lamp. I'll just bring that in. You can see if I move the lamp that a shadow moves. Hello? So what I'd like you to do before you actually start the drawing is to have a go with the charcoal. So very not precious at all. Lay down lots of different marks on your page. Dot, 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 dot. Circles. Just getting a real feel for how this is as a material. Lay down quite a lot of dark there, it's always fun, darker the better. And then you can have a go with your finger or with the cotton bud, smudging your way across the whole drawing. And then you can go back in and have a go at the overdrawing as well. Dot, 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 dot. And you can also have a go with your eraser at actually removing some of that. Okay, so that's just a really nice practice. Right, to actually begin a drawing is the hardest part, so we're going to start with this up here, which is the stalk. So we're just going to draw in quite high up your page a little circle, and that is the actual beginning of your drawing. Okay, so I'll just draw that a bit darker so you can see. Don't be precious at all, just your starting point. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take an angle measurement of the stalk. To do that, charcoal, hold it up so that it aligns with the angle of the stalk. Bring it back to your page, keeping the angle. Draw it on. You see, very simple. A circle and a line, and then once you have the length, the length of the stalk, you know that this section here is going to become this section here. So then what you do is you take a point to point measurement, this point here to this point here. And what I'm going to do is, using my charcoal, hold it up so that each end of the charcoal is aligned with each end of this banana. keeping that angle. You then bring it back to your page, check, bring it back. So if you know that this point is here, you know that this point will be over here. Okay, so that's a really good way. Another, go back and check. Yeah, and that's just very roughly drawn in, and then you can start to draw in. Keep looking at what you're drawing. So you're drawing in the contour line. Don't worry if you go wrong like I just have. So you're constantly looking at what you're drawing, checking your angles. You can use your Willow Charcoal to check. Bring it back to the page, check. So you can see I've got in a little bit already of the contour line here, going up to this point, back down, don't worry if you go wrong, because you can rub it out. Charcoal is absolutely fantastic for working very quickly. I'm going to go for the shadow now. You can see I'm actually using the charcoal to take angle measurements of the edge of the shadow, and you can see here that it is very, very close to the bottom edge. So I'm very sketchy at the moment. Waiting until I'm happier with where I've put the line. Very sketchy. And then I'm very sketchily going to, oops, actually I'm going to erase the bits I don't want at the moment. And then I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to draw in this shadow. Very quickly. Not being precious at all. So once you've got an idea of where it is, then you can spend time refining your drawing. So I'm just going to quickly get a sense of where that model is. I'm not going to render every single dot faithfully. I am going to get a sense of where the main clusters are. Okay, so once you've got to this point, I'm going to leave you here. What I want you to do is to carry on adding in more and more detail. Don't forget you can use your eraser to take off bits that you don't want. You can go back in and you can overdraw. But what I want you to do is gradually refine your drawing to a point where you're happy that you've faithfully captured the shadow and the banana, and I will see you in 40 minutes. So you can see the finished drawing here. This is after 40 minutes. You can see that I have erased the circle that started off the stalk up here. and added in the information, the visual information of the stalk. You can see that I've added quite a lot of texture to the body of the banana, but it's not each dot rendered faithfully. It is a real sense of the mottle moving across the surface, and the shadow here, so you can see that the shadow actually fades towards the tip where it's nice and smoky at the end, but this edge is quite hard and this edge is quite hard. So it's been a very, very enjoyable exercise in charcoal, and also the eraser has been quite important for removing, for example here, if I want to take off some of the information that I've laid down, you can. It's been completely enjoyable, lots of fun. I'm really looking forward to seeing your drawings, and I will see you in a moment.